Hi. So before the madness begins, let's take a deep, calming breath. Thank you guys so much. I know the enthusiasm and wanting to be as close as you can be, but it's awesome that you guys are respecting the space and giving them a little bit of room to breathe. So thank you so, so much. So I know that you've waited quite a while, and you're eagerly anticipating this fabulous duo. Am I right? So with tons of excitement, but with very little movement. Thank you for picking up what I'm putting down. I would like you to give a beautifully warm, wonderful welcome to Jennifer Beals and Laurel Holloman. Thank you. Thank you.
I realize I'm in trouble already because I forgot my Kleenex. And I'm already starting to cry. It's really bad. Thank you.
It's getting hot in here.
So how does this work?
Yeah, let's see. I bet you don't have any questions. Not a one.
Thank you.
I think we're waiting for it to start up. Oh, come from either side. There's a question.
There's the first question to the left. Over here? Our left, your right.
Hi, Jennifer and Laurel. Thanks for coming out and being patient with us. Jennifer, I'm going to warm you up. We know you're a little bit nervous, all 1,600 of us. And Laurel, you really need to help Jennifer here, okay? This is from our favorite friend from New Orleans, Susan, and our radical L-word loving radical Republican, Mary, and me, the little Canadian that sits between them. I don't know where I get a word in edgewise, but just so you know, Jennifer, I did my first marathon, an inspiration to you this year.
Thank you. Where are you? I can't see you.
I'm right here.
Where? Oh, there you are. I see. I didn't bring my glasses. I can't see.
Okay, I'm right here. So what I'd like you to do is take a moment and share with us your V-Day experience doing some of your moans. And Laurel, you need to do the chorus line or help Jennifer do these moans.
God.
Oh
I hope
my
the only
God.
one that I can remember.
No, you have to have more than one.
No, I don't. I
come
swear
on,
I
come
have, I'm like Dory in Finding Nemo.
Oh, no,
I have
no.
short-term memory
We're talking about
issues.
those big moans.
The only one that I remember is the, you have to do it after me. Oh,
Yes,
the diva one. That was fun.
Is it the lesbian moan? I don't
Did I do the list? No, I didn't do it. Must have been Eileen or somebody. I think you should do it. I do remember this one. This was a really fun one. This was the African American one.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
You have to stand up.
Stand up, Laurel.
Mimic me.
I'll just.
Shit! Are you ready? Goddamn! Oh my God. What was the other question? Was there a question in there? No, I'm not doing the diva moan. I'm not warmed up. You gotta hit that high out of the top of your head thing.
You got to let us get started.
Yeah, I'm over here. Over here. Thank you.
Hi, hi. I can see that.
West Virginia.
Yeah, West Virginia. West by God, Virginia. Okay, well, I can't top that. Jennifer, my first question for you is actually easy. Where do you see Bet and Tina 30 years from now?
Hopefully they're together. That's the first thing. And I don't know, I can imagine them, they have a couple of places. They have a nice little place in Paris where little Angelica is bilingual. And maybe a place
Malibu
outside
Beach House.
What?
Malibu Beach House.
Really? I thought maybe we went to Taos.
Ooh, Taos sounds
Little
nice.
New Mexico thing
Yeah.
in the mountains, you know, for the hippie part of Tina.
Right. That's where you're going to be painting, though.
Yes, that's where I would be painting.
Okay.
And then Paris for fun. I don't know. And maybe another baby.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I had another quick one actually. I know that most of us are gay here, but
No, really? God, that was
Oh my God.
But I wanted to take a moment to ask you about your husbands.
Okay.
We know they're pretty special guys. Could you tell us one thing that they did that just made your heart stop and say, wow, this is the one? This is for both of you.
For me, he didn't have to do anything. It was just the way he was that was so spectacular.
And for me, it's kind of what he does every day.
Nothing dirty, folks. Nothing dirty. This is family.
It's hard to just sum it all up. But they're great guys.
All right, thanks.
Hi, over here. Can I just say you both look stunning? And you might not understand the whole question because it's quite long, but my favourite comedy scenes are the basketball match. And when you're all sat around the table at the Planet talking about beef taco, etc. Yeah. Was that improvised? That
Do you
scene?
remember the scene?
The basketball was fairly rehearsed,
Yeah,
And
basketball was
practiced.
very rehearsed.
right?
Yeah, definitely.
Except for some key, surprises that would come and you'd get a good shot and you'd be like, yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, the basketball stuff was rehearsed. The stuff, anything in the Planet
I
is
think-
generally scripted, but then there's always people adding things. And
Yeah, and the taco stuff was a lot of people just adding in other things that they had heard.
Yeah.
And,
I actually brought that script and my basketball jersey that's signed by everybody to auction, if you're interested in it.
And also, when Dana died,
Oh,
did you actually feel proper grief because she'd actually left the show? Did you feel like you were mourning, really, because she left and you weren't going to see her anymore?
well, for me, I felt like I would see Erin, but it was very hard. It was very hard to go through as an actor and, as the character. But I have to say there was a scene where that Bet is grieving Dana with her sister, Kit. There's a scene, and I had been breastfeeding in the trailer right before, and so my brain was filled with oxytocin, and it was the hardest scene I've ever had to do, because I was like, it's okay, man, it's the circle of life. And I really had to fight brain chemistry to get there. But it was really hard. I think we were all really upset about it.
Thank you.
I think we were all, well, for me, it feels after third season, there's just a missing piece. Because Aaron was such a huge part of the pilot and the original cast. And I just spent time with her in Paris, and it was amazing. And I'll just kind of say what Kate said one time. It just kind of sucked. There you go.
Hi.
Hi. Where's that coming from? Oh, hi.
Hi. Since the L Word became a global cult TV show, you will have had lots of offers to do off-screen work, like be the Grand Marshal at the San Francisco Pride and various things. What are the best off-screen opportunities you've had since being involved in the L Word?
Is that for me?
Sorry, it's for both of you.
I guess there's not just one. There were, I mean, my experiences are different from Jennifer's, but like raising money for Martin Lyons Women's Center in San Francisco was really an amazing experience, and I don't know. I mean, I can't think of any one thing in particular.
For me, it was definitely the Pride Parade was extraordinary because I didn't realize how many families come to the parade. Because in the media it's characterized as, you know, something that's odd or, you know, people who are really out there. That's how the media likes to characterize it. They like to make it more like a circus, when in fact there's so many families there that it's just a really cool experience, and people were very supportive of the show. And certainly V-Day was truly amazing. You know, to be part of that weekend, gosh, I mean, you use the word empowering and it just seems so friggin' cheesy, but it really brought out the best of so many people, and to be able to perform in front of 15,000 people in a piece that was ultimately helpful to people, and to be, to bring your best, to be the best that the collective could be, was really, really amazing. And Eve Ensler is so extraordinary. It was great to be in her company.
Okay, thanks. Just one very quick question. You've cried already today. Did you cry?
Several times.
Did you cry on the 4th of October when 4th of November when Obama was elected?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
But not as much as you might think, because my brain immediately went to, okay, we have the Aegean stables to clean out, so what is it that I can do to be helpful? And I'm on the Women's Policy Committee for the campaign, so I immediately emailed Judy Gold, who's the head of the committee, and said, okay, what's next? Like, we did that. Now we have a tremendous amount of work to do, and what do we do now? Because we can't just, pardon the expression, rest on our laurels. So.
Okay, thanks.
Hey ladies, I'm over here. Hiya. I just wanted to ask, I saw a clip of you, Jennifer, on a news program where the news presenter actually told viewers to maybe
Deborah Norville.
send out their children from the room before a scene from the L Word came on. I just wanted to know whether you thought the US had kind of moved on from that point, or whether there's still a way to go.
There's a long way to go. There's a really, 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 really long way to go. And as amazing as the presidential election was, I think it's very clear by the way Prop 8 has been treated, that, and the propositions that were in Florida and I believe in Arkansas, that there's so much bigotry and there's so much ignorance that's perpetrated by the media. It's that we just have a tremendous amount of work to do, and a lot of the undoing of that, I believe, comes through storytelling. I mean, I was telling some of the people at the tables, if each and every one of us in this room wrote our story and made it a point of getting that story out on the internet, or creating TV shows or creating plays or whatever it was that was in our capacity to create, and people were able to partake of those stories, they would be exposed to something that they don't know anything about. And one thing that I learned from the Obama campaign is that the organizer said it took 8 times the campaign had to come into contact 8 times with an independent voter for the voter to even kind of register what the policies were. And I think that if you told the 1,600 stories, then you could just imagine all of the people who would become connected with a whole different reality. And it just, I think it would be the beginning of a cultural transformation. I think it's, particularly as women, we're raised to be slightly apologetic, you know, and we're raised to be polite. And if you insist on being polite, you can get so far. But if you're politely insistent, I think you can get a lot further. And I think And I think that's what it's time to do. There's a woman that I talked to here from Alabama. The tissues are there. That lady over there, she was telling me that in Birmingham, the mayor would not allow even a gay pride parade. We're not talking about civil unions, we're not talking about DOMA, we're not talking about anything like that, just a friggin' parade to say, I'm proud of who I am. And I just said, that is bullshit, you know? And I know that you all are incredibly supportive of one another, and I asked her to please get in contact with all the people that she meets here to, you know, inundate his office with emails. Just say, you know, you can write them however you want them. You can make them polite, you can make them militant, you write as authentically as you can to who you are, but to just say this is not acceptable. And eventually, that's how things will change. If enough people stand up and say, this is not good enough, I will not tolerate this. And this is a global community. That's what's so amazing about the L-word community. It's a global community. It's not just about the L-word. It's about all of you and the connection that you have with one another. And I would urge you to use that connection and to change things, because it's the only way things will change. That was a really long answer, I'm sorry. You know what? I'm sorry to just belabor this because I'm like in little activist mode right now. But I would really love it if maybe in the, you know, there's a registration desk. Maybe we put down a piece of paper, and if you're interested in writing to the mayor of Birmingham and letting him know what you think, you can put your email address there, and this very nice lady can email you and let you know where to send your comments and complaints.
Okay. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Laurel.
Hi.
My name's Leanne. I'm here to speak for a group of deaf women who are here at the convention. I'm afraid I don't sign. Maybe you do. But I have a list of questions from them if I could read out on their behalf. The first one's from Sam, who's standing next to me. She says, hi Jennifer and Laurel, thanks for coming to L5. Also, I love to give you big thanks for turning my life around, as you two, as Tibet, gave a fantastic experience of teaching me how to deal with things as an adult, as in the past I was an awfully stubborn person who didn't want to grow up. Big thank you, and thank you for saving my relationship. The question is, as Bet was in a relationship with Jodie and Tina, I'm very interested to hear your answers of what it was like to be in a relationship with a deaf partner and being in a relationship with Tina as a hearing partner. How did Bet cope with both relationships?
Well, it's difficult to answer because if Jody had been a different personality who was deaf, then it becomes a different relationship. Her deafness was only one aspect of the relationship, the only thing I've felt as Bet that was problematic was that her ability to sign was not commensurate with her ability to have any kind of analytical thinking. The thoughts that she was capable of having were not ones that she was necessarily able to sign. So I think that was sometimes difficult in the relationship, which made it a much more sensual relationship, I think. And hopefully as time went on, maybe her signing would get better. And I'm sure there were times when Bet wished Tina hadn't heard what she had said.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, the next question is from Bri. She says hi. She's also glad to have met you again. And will Tina and Bet be in the new L Word spin-off series?
As far as we know, the spinoff hasn't been written. But maybe it has. We don't know.
No one's asked us.
No one's asked us.
That's the quick answer to that.
Okay. The next question is from Francis. How did Bet feel when Judy humiliated her at the art show?
Oh gosh, that was horrible. That was horrible. Like ashamed and murderous all at the same time, I think.
Then we have a question from Sonia. When Bet was in a relationship with Jody, how did Tina make Bet stumble into having an affair with Tina?
Did I do that?
Yes, it was totally your fault.
Are you kidding? You kissed me. Oh.
Bet was just reading Tina's mind.
Before that, in the She Bar, when I was nursing my sorrows with a drink, after leaving my date out on the dance floor because I couldn't keep up, I told her she was lucky to have Jody. And somebody reached out and grabbed my wrist. And the rest was history.
Okay. Anita asks, what are you planning to do now that the L Word Season 6 has finished filming? Do you have any future plans yet?
I don't know what I'm going to do. I have no idea. I like doing series television, but I just feel like I've been so spoiled. It's going to be very hard to find
I'm going to
another
sleep
show.
late.
Yeah, I'm going to sleep. You think you're going to sleep late. You are so not going to sleep late.
All right.
Yeah, a movie would be nice. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, if you want an L-word movie, you got to talk to CBS. The executive...
That's a good email petition to start up.
The executive's name is Amy Baer, B-A-E-R. I'm not joking.
Okay.
She's not
Eileen told
joking.
me.
Jennifer, Laurel, the girls would just like to sign to you to say that they love you and to ask if you can maybe sign a message back. So, just wave it in.
I don't know. I don't know if you'll understand my signing because it's an ASL, but I'll give it a try.
Okay. Hi, ladies. My name is Siobhan and I'm from Ireland. Thank you, ladies. As a youth worker in Ireland, I work with a lot of LGBT young people, and so on their behalf, I want to thank you for helping them embrace and express their individuality and sexuality. So thank you, ladies. We don't get that much opportunity in Ireland, so thank you for helping us in that.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Okay. And continuing on the Irish theme, Jennifer, I think you've got some Irish roots on your mum's side, have you?
I do.
And I was wondering, have you ever had the opportunity to sort of trace some of them? And I'm sort of hoping and maybe even wishing we could be related or something. Sorry, Tracy. Sorry.
You know, I know that I have relatives in Dublin, but you know, I've never been to Ireland.
Well, you know, my gaff is your gaff, Jennifer, anytime, okay? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi. Back on the politics side of things, Jennifer. You met a couple of months
Did I
ago
hear
with...
groaning out there?
I could be talking about the economy, but I won't. You met a couple of months ago with Tobias Wolff from the Obama campaign, and you, on behalf of a lot of people, asked a lot of questions out there that we still don't know any answers to. My particular issue is immigration. I've been with my partner for 7 years now, and she's had to leave her home, her family, because there's nothing that we can do to be over there. So she lives here with me. I just wanted to know if you gained any sort of sense going forward from Tobias, if there'd be, obviously there's the economy, the wars in Iraq and probably very soon Iran. Do you think that this could be quite high on the list for Obama and his team to work on? Or is this just, you know, we're going to have to wait
things like
a few
that he
more
can do
years?
simultaneously. I'm sure that I think immigration is dealt with in those interviews. I know that Tobias and I talked about it in the 3 hours and plus that we spoke together, but I know that with the Obama campaign they wanted to make it much easier and to have it be on par certainly with the heterosexual community, if I'm not mistaken. But one of the things that the president can do immediately is repeal some of the things that were put into action in the Bush administration, and I would be shocked if DOMA wasn't one of the first ones, which is the Defense of Marriage Act.
I think he said he's going to repeal the entire
Yes, so that'll
act, isn't he?
probably,
So-
you can look forward to that being repealed. And you can go on the site to the LGBT issues.
HRC as well, yeah. So did you get the sense...
Or you can write Tobias directly, too. I'm sure he would answer you.
So do you think, generally, kind of going forward, we're looking up as opposed to just kind of staying stagnant where we are at the moment?
Wait, say that again?
Do you think we can look to, well, things will look up for the community in the States and more equality will be around, as in the UK and many countries in Europe? And I guess, yeah.
I understand. Well, in the United States, it's state by state, right? It's usually done state by state. There are some things that can be done federally, but it's state by state. And no matter who's in office, I don't care if Jesus Christ is in office, it is incumbent upon the people to speak their will. You can't just say, oh, well, Big Daddy's in office, I don't have to do anything. You know, you have to stand up and say, I don't like this and I need this to change and this is why, and get as many people as you can saying the same thing and lobby on your behalf. You know, and I do think things will change, but they will only change if we make them change.
Thank you.
Hi Laurel. Hi Jennifer. My name's Daryl. I'm very, very nervous and I've forgot my question twice. I have around my neck my Erase Hate pendant, and I wanted to ask you, Jennifer, how you got involved with the Daniel Shepherd Foundation, and tell us a little bit about it.
With the what? I couldn't hear.
The Shepherd Foundation.
Oh, the Matthew Shepherd Foundation.
Oh, Matthew, sorry. See, I told you, I forgot my question.
They invited me to a fundraiser, and I started learning more about the foundation. I just was so impressed with Judy Shepherd and so impressed with their mandate, most specifically about including the LGBT community in hate crimes legislation. I was just appalled when I found out that the LGBT community is not included. I can't even fathom it. I just don't fathom it, how you can codify discrimination in that way, and that you can codify hatred and bigotry by exclusion. It's like a silent hatred by the exclusion of a whole group of people, and it's just not good enough. It's just not good enough. And she's so committed, Judy Shepherd is so committed in getting the Matthew Shepard Act passed, and I just commend her as a human being and as a mother who can, overcome that kind of tragedy and do the work that she's doing.
Thank you very much.
Sure.
Hi, I'm Amy. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you guys for coming. I wanted to say, just for portraying our stories. Sorry, I'm getting emotional.
I have Kleenex.
I know. With such authenticity, conviction, grace. Now I'm confused. It's been so integral in my coming out, and it just happened so much sooner than it would have had the L word not existed. So I just wanted to say thank you, first of all, for that. And Jennifer, I also wanted to thank you for being so politically outspoken and so many of the causes that I'm actually involved in the States. It really means a lot.
You're welcome.
I think just for visibility. Visibility is so important, and you definitely help us with that. And then this is for both of you guys, more relating to the show. How did you guys feel about the progression with your relationship in the 5th season? And then I know you've already taped the 6th, because I know all of my friends were against me, and as soon as it happened, I knew it would happen in the 5th season, and I was like, yes! But I just wanted to know kind of how you guys felt about that and your reactions with the whole kind of progression. I know it's a heavy question.
I just really felt that these two women who we worked really hard to create in the 1st and 2nd season started to treat each other in a way. I didn't mind showing some of the way that we were treating each other, but I started to feel that it was so highly dysfunctional, and I really wanted to stop putting so much of that on screen. I felt that we could have evolved a little better sooner. But in some ways, I feel like we ended up with more seasons, and we did really work hard, each of us, to create strong arcs for our characters. And I was really happy when Bet and Tina started to become friends, and you see that right at the end of 4th season, especially when Tina helps Bet with her relationship with Jody, and they actually really start talking to each other. But I think quite often we would beg for them to process something in their partnership just to see, I think for me, I can't speak for Jennifer, but it was very foreign to me to behave that way in a partnership. So I had to really kind of understand what some of Tina's dysfunctions were and why she didn't communicate so wonderfully all the time. And sometimes it was uncomfortable. As an actress, that's a great thing, because it's nice to play something uncomfortable because you know that you're growing. But I think, I felt like towards the end we were begging Eileen, please, let it happen.
And then finally there was this scene in the elevator where we were so thrilled that we were actually talking to one another for half a second. And I have to say that Rose Trochet was so great. She directed that episode, and she wrote and rewrote that scene until it, had some semblance of processing going on.
I think I remember shooting that scene, and I think there was so much history between those two characters, just kind of not during the take, but right after the take, I just started weeping. And it was just so much that Tina had to be sorry for. And I love the line, "It feels like I'm coming home."
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
That's like my favorite line of like the whole, I think that's like just what love is supposed to be about. Feel like
And
coming
yet,
home.
Bet is having another affair. I know, but wouldn't it have been nice if it were just clean and she just broke up with Jody and then started going out with Tina?
True.
Oh, come on, she evolves.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sandra from Liverpool, and I was just going to echo what the Irish lady said before. If you ever want to come and party in Liverpool, feel free. Stay at mine. The next thing is, Jennifer, you said you don't know what you're doing after the L word. I was just wondering, would you ever run for president yourself?
Oh, God, no. Not a chance.
And my second question is, can you see either of you playing another lesbian character in the future?
I could if it's a good character. To me, it's about the character. It's not about the character's sexuality. It's about the writing.
Same here.
Okay, thank you.
Hi there, my name's Rebecca, I'm from London. I asked quite a serious question to Rachel about homophobia, so I'm going to lower the tone slightly and throw this one at you. It's slightly been preempted by your last answer, but not only have you helped people from the LGBT communities, doubtless you've helped women who are afraid of confined spaces. And I'm just wondering if you've got any advice for any of the women here who may find themselves caught in a lift with their ex-girlfriend this weekend. That means you've had time to think about it, Jennifer, so you can give the advice first.
I don't even know how to, because it depends on how you feel about the ex-girlfriend.
And how long the lift is stuck for, I guess.
Yeah, because it could be a bad thing to be caught in the elevator with your ex-girlfriend, too. It depends on how you feel about them. Are you saying you still like them?
No, it's a question to you guys.
It's got to be specific.
I think it depends on if you want the ex-girlfriend to become the girlfriend again. I don't know.
So finally then, on that same theme, do you find people give you a strange look if they're getting a lift with you?
No.
I'm on the 3rd floor. If you fancy getting the lift, then... Yeah. That's the end of me lowering the tone. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Lisa. I'm from Glasgow. I just want to know, yay! What scene did you find most challenging filming together?
For me, it was the fight scene at, is it the end of 2 or 1?
The end of season 1.
Yeah, where it's
the fight.
Fighting, you know.
After I see her and the carpenter hold hands.
That was emotionally so complicated and so intense, and I think I was fasting at the time,
Yeah.
which didn't help anything.
And I think just physically, it was so exhausting. I felt like I had run a marathon or something, like for a couple days later.
Because what would happen is that Tony Goldwyn, the director, he wouldn't call cut. You'd just go back to a certain place in the scene, and then you'd carry on. So it wasn't as if you ever got a break. And so it was physically draining because you're fighting, and it's emotionally draining because you don't have any time to break into another reality. So you're in that reality for an incredibly long period of time. It was like 5 to 7 minutes at least to take.
It was almost like learning a stunt. And Jennifer is so physically strong. And Tony's like, you have to flip her over. You're really mad. And finally, right before take, I was like, let me flip you over.
I didn't
My
know she was
little
crying.
arms are going to break. And she was like, oh, okay.
Can I just, one last thing. What's the best thing you've stolen from the set?
What?
What's the best thing that you've stolen from the set?
I haven't stolen anything from the
I
set.
don't believe that.
But I would go to Rose Lamb, the producer, and very nicely ask, there's that little tchotchke there. Do you mind if I take it? And she'd usually say no. Or yes, she would mind. Because they were saving everything for the movie.
Yeah. Thank you.
I did buy my bike. That was fun.
Hello to you both. This is a question actually for Jennifer. I know obviously you've had quite sort of a varied career, and it's a bit of a cruel question, unfortunately. But what would you most like to be remembered for, Flashdance or the L Word?
Well, wouldn't it be great if the character in Flashdance was gay? Maybe that would be the sequel that I would sign up for.
Fair enough, fair enough. Just thought I had to ask. Thank you.
Hi there. We met last night. It was very nice. we spoke about shades of dog puke, amongst other things.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
And at the end, we did a role play. And I'd just like to say thank you so much. That absolutely made my week.
I bet it made your night.
Can I just say, Bet?
Tina? The silliness.
Do you want to be in
Tina?
the L Word movie?
Yes.
Do you want to audition?
I'd like to try and flip her over.
Okay.
I'll give it a good go.
I'm so sorry. I've actually got a serious question to ask. Is that okay? Oh, sorry. Oh no, I've forgotten it. In the kiss that you do, the one that you were talking about when she grabs your wrist, I thought it was really romantic and just the most amazing kiss that I've ever seen. And I just want to say that. Oh God. Thanks. Really. Is mic 2 back up? Okay. Did you actually cry, or was that just sort of an improv?
You mean, was it scripted?
Yeah.
It wasn't scripted.
Oh.
No, it wasn't scripted.
It was very powerful.
It's actually, I think, one of my favorite scenes that I've seen. It's just one scene that I can watch, and I just see the truth of those two characters at that moment.
As the scene was written, it was much more about sex on the surface in a way, but in the moment it became so clear how much Bet missed Tina and all the different layers that come with that. And so, I mean, our job is when things like that start to happen, that you just let it happen and you kind of stand out of the way.
Yeah, I think, Jennifer's so amazing because like when something like that happens or when she gives me something like that, the best thing is to respond. And I really like what that did for Tina because she comforted Bet, and it was the beginning of a lot of strength in that character. And
it's the beginning of equality in the relationship too, I think.
And it was more complex for her because of the relationship she was in, whereas Tina was alone. So it was very different things happening.
Hello, I'm Helene from New Hampshire. And you've both done such an incredible job with your acting. I was wondering if you could tell us a little more about your role preparation and your character development. For both of you.
I think in the beginning of the show, I prepared so fastidiously, and then I found that let's see, how do I tell this? There was, anyway, by the end of the show, or the last few seasons, it became much easier to just kind of drop in and go to that place. And I realized that it started happening when Bet has her show Provocations, and there was, as she's preparing for the show, there was a gal out there petitioning to try to get the show taken down. And I was supposed to walk in and tell the woman who was playing this petitioner, who was an extra, get off my property or something like that, or leave. And she's supposed to leave. And right before I was supposed to do it, I thought, God damn it, I don't know what I'm doing. I feel like so disconnected to this character. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. And the assistant director forgot to tell the extra that she was supposed to move. So as Bet, I went in and asked her to leave, and she didn't leave. And I started pushing her. And I didn't know where it came from, but I was like, afterwards I just was apologizing to her. I said, I'm so sorry, I don't know, and she was pretty cool about it. But I realized, I am really connected to this character. And this show does mean a lot to me, and I get more than I know. And then by the end I started to trust that I knew more than I thought I did.
Laurel?
God, I don't know. I kind of go back and forth. I think in the beginning I was really worried, and I asked lots and lots and lots and lots of questions, and especially to Rose Trochet, who directed the pilot, and to Eileen. And then somewhere, maybe it was the end of first season in the scene that we shot that was really painful to shoot, when Tina gets betrayed. And I just sort of left my body somewhere and it felt like such a high, like this high that I think as an actor you always try to get. And it's like that high where you're sitting in your trailer and you're waiting for them to knock on the door and say, we're ready. And you think all the time in your head how you want it to go. But what I've learned is, for me, because I tend to be a more organic, visceral type of actor, it's really great when I just let it go and listen and react and just let it flow. And so somewhere after the first season, I felt more in the moment, kind of maybe what Jennifer's saying. I didn't feel that I had to over-prepare. If there was something that my character was tackling that was different, and what's interesting is Tina was a producer, and she becomes very strong, but she's not like a total alpha dog about it. And I liked that I navigated exactly how I would want her to be in Hollywood. But I'm in Hollywood and I'm around Hollywood, so I didn't even have to go too deep to get that stuff either. So I don't know. I feel like this was the first time I've ever played a character this long, and the stuff that I watch that I'm the happiest with is the stuff that I probably worried about the least.
Thank you. Thank you for everything you've done.
You're welcome.
Hello. Yes, it's our side now. Good afternoon. Oh God, I'm really nervous now. Can I just say how absolutely incredible it is to see you both up on stage right now, and it's just fantastic, Jennifer, that you trusted your fans enough to come to this convention, and I hope that we don't let you down. Yeah, I need some tissue. Right. So no, I still have a bit from last night. So I'm all right. My first question is for you, Jennifer, and then I have another one for both of you, both about your acting process, really. Two of my favorite scenes, one you've already discussed, where you pull, where Bet pulls Tina's hand and you kiss and then you start crying. And the other one is where just after you split up and you have the appointment with the lawyer, and then you get into that car accident and you grab that man and say, "What makes you think I'm not already?" That just makes me cry every time I see it. And I want to know how you do that. How do you act like that? Where does that come from?
I grew up with brothers. You have to defend yourself. I have no problem aggressing a man.
But the emotion is so raw.
It was so much fun. That guy was so nice. And we had such a great time that day. We just laughed like crazy afterwards. And he was such a sweetheart. And, you know, you just take all the hurt and frustration and confusion that you have from one issue and you know, put it into, you know, somebody who's giving you a hard time, which, you know, we tend to do all the time. We tend to put other stuff onto people who don't really deserve it. So it was a lot of fun. I love that scene too, actually. That was really, really fun.
It's my favorite one.
It's so much fun to get to do stuff that you could never, ever, ever do in real life. It's just, you know, I think the real times I'm going to miss Bet is when I'm in an argument.
Yeah.
You know, I really wish she was in my back pocket then for when I had arguments.
My partner's favorite scene is when you give that look to your boss at the art gallery, when you have the phone conversation with the man in the accident and you call him a little dwarf, and then you turn and you give this really, you know, commanding look to your boss. She loves that scene. So I just want to say that. Now, for both of you, I think everyone will agree with me in saying that your on-screen chemistry is just so rare and so amazing. And I think it's not just a gift to our community, but it's a gift to television. It's a gift to Hollywood. And I'm just wondering if comparing your role together, your working together, the two of you, did you find that there was a difference straight away in the way you were able to interact and work together in comparison to maybe other projects that you've done with other actors and actresses? Is there any?
It's funny, it's hard to say because I'd never had the opportunity to work with a woman for such an extended period of time. Usually in films that I've done, it's just a couple of scenes with somebody. You know, it's not a really fully developed relationship. And I think for me, I feel really connected to Laurel when we work, but I'm not aware that, oh, there's this chemistry. Like, I don't go, ooh, chemistry. She walked in the room, chemistry. Like, I think that's something that is beyond our control almost. It's almost this other entity that lives between us, and who knows, maybe it's some karmic thing or something, I don't know, but it really works, so that's exciting.
Yeah, I feel the same as Jennifer. I didn't really understand it or see it until when we shot the pilot. There was the camera truck, and we had done the love scene in the pilot after they kick the guy out of the threesome when we're looking for sperm.
Yep, we know the scene.
And we jumped onto the camera truck and we're like, Rose was like, do you want to see a little bit of it? And we were like, yeah. And
we had to reshoot it.
Yeah, we did kind of. Yeah, we did. And we both came in with a lot of ideas of what we wanted them to do and how to make that scene sexy. And we were just on the truck, and it was almost like we gave each other high fives afterwards or something. But I remember, I don't know what Jennifer was feeling, but for me, I was thinking, wow, this is so amazing, because I feel like I had this partner that wanted to make this really great and wanted to make it just fantastic. And I think you feed off that energy from someone, and you just jump in and do it. And I think it started so early, right at that moment for me, kind of like on the camera truck, and it was just like a very exciting, I just felt like we were part of something special.
Yeah, it was this amazing adventure.
Thank you very
And I
much.
have to say, I just have to add this because I get to, because I'm sitting here. You know, Laurel is so unbelievably fearless as an actor that she frankly just makes anybody she's in a scene with better. So, I mean, we may have some kind of chemistry, but the fact is she makes everybody better. And that's a testament to her, you know.
It's really reversed. I just show up at a scene and then I just listen. And my eyes get really big. And I just start reacting to her.
Nobody else could have done that scene with Daddy of Two. Like when she starts crying after she says, I fucked Daddy of Two. I looked at her, I was like, how did you do that? I could never have started crying when I said I fucked Daddy of Two. Like I could never do that. That was amazing.
We saw it in the script and Jennifer was like, how are you gonna say that?
How are you gonna
and
do
I
it?
thought,
How?
I'm fucked. I'm never gonna be able to say this line.
Thank you very much for your work on the L Word. You're both just amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. It's kind of similar to what this woman just said. The love scenes between Bet and Tina in season 5 seem like so real, the emotions and like the intensity and the passion. My question is, how do you two prepare yourselves for them scenes? Do you like talk about it before, or do you just improvise? I know it's very choreographed, but like, how do you prepare
All of our love scenes are highly choreographed. I mean, my feeling is that if you had a fight scene between people, you wouldn't go, oh, go fight, and we'll see what we can get. You know, and the fact is you're telling a story, and each love scene is different because it's not always about love. Sometimes it's about domination, sometimes it's about jealousy, sometimes it's about wanting just simply to reconnect. There's so many different layers to what people just generalize as a love scene, and for us, we really choreographed everything.
I mean, that's one of the things that I loved about our show is that we tackled sex in such a different way. And I mean, God, I had a scene where I had to masturbate and I was 4.5 months pregnant. That was new for me. But it wasn't about masturbation, it wasn't about sex, it was about loneliness. Because we split up and my character was incredibly scared and alone and pregnant and emotional and all the things that go with it. And Jennifer's right. It's not. You don't have that day where you go, oh, I'm going to have a love scene, and it's really exactly what your character is going through, where they are within the story, and I mean, and I think one thing we worked hard on was not to repeat ourselves in the love scenes, and to really, because we would always be, our characters would be in different places, you know. And to really figure out what that is. And
sorry, one more question. What aspects of your characters do you admire the most? That's for both of you. What aspects of your characters do you admire the most? Jennifer, anyone?
I think I admire, I don't know the most, but I think I admire Bet's tenacity. And it sounds so weird because it sounds so contradictory, but I think in some ways she's really loyal to her friends. And I don't know that she's... And I think her righteousness I like. I just think that it's misguided sometimes. But I like her in season 6, I think, probably the most, almost.
We don't know.
She laughs so much more, right?
For me, I really like Tina's patience, and because I'm incredibly impatient, and she has a sense of grace and patience that I don't have, and also a sense of she's very loyal inside of a relationship, and I think I always admired some of the strength that she had in that she didn't always have to bring all the attention to herself. And I think it's what makes her a really great mother. And I think she's very comfortable in her own skin. So, there you go.
Thank you. Bye.
So you've been so good that we've got music playing for you. Guys, can we dim the music? Thanks. So you guys have been so good that we have not one and not two, but we have 3 guests all at once. Can you handle it? Will you lose your minds in a good way? I love that you're already queuing for questions. That's fantastic, and they're looking forward to it. Just make sure you speak really clearly, because sometimes it's hard for us to hear you up here on stage. And I will get out of your way and get to the main event. I need an enormous round of applause. Feel free to jump up on your feet. And let's give a huge round of applause to all 3, Jennifer, Laurel, and Rachel.
Look at Cowgirl. I'm going to keep them apart as long as I can.
She's vying for the middle seat. She's trying to keep us apart.
Can I just say, for the record, that they were already broken up when I arrived, and I did not break them up. It's true. None of you believe me, but it is true.
I was lonely and pregnant. What was a girl to do? How do you say no to Helena Peabody?
Thank you. Oh, those of you who have been before when I've been on stage, I've got my box set, 4th season. So I don't know how far around it will get, but I want it to be signed by you guys so that I have something. Thank you.
Try to save some space for your friends.
Okay, let the fun begin.
Oh, wait. We started yesterday with... What did we start with yesterday? And I believe that Rachel Shelley hasn't...
Yeah, Rachel owes you an orgasm.
Shelley. What? What did you start with?
Well, do you recall during V-Day the monologue that you performed in Culver City? You probably know all of the moans, because you had to do all of them.
So now you have to pick your favorite moan.
Pick your favorite moan.
Just pick your favorite moan.
We did the African American moan yesterday. There's the diva moan that I was reminded of. The militant lesbian moan. Was that one of the questions someone was asking?
Yeah.
Good stuff. Icebreaker.
Does anybody have any questions?
Hello there. Hi. My name is Eva. I come from Spain, and I just...
Hola, chica.
Hola, hola. I just, well, on behalf of the Spanish-speaking community, you have thousands and thousands and thousands of fans there from Argentina and South America to Mexico and North America and back to Spain and Europe. And on behalf of all of us, we just wanted to say that you're wonderful and that we really, really love you, and thank you for being here.
De nada. Thank you.
Believe it or not, it's a very shy community, so I'm going to have a few questions on behalf of them, so please bear with me a little bit. The first one is for Jennifer, and it's about, I think it's the only one scene in the L Word that resembles an action movie, and it's when Beth is trying to seduce Jodie, and Beth decides to steal a huge billboard, and she goes with Alice and with Kay, and with Shane to pinch it. So do you have any anecdotes or anything funny or interesting to tell us about that scene?
It was a really fun scene. I remember it being cold, but what was fun is that there were these huge, God, what would they be called? Mats that were about 2 feet high, maybe bigger, so that if we fell, we wouldn't kill ourselves. But we took it upon ourselves just to play with them all the time, and we'd jump and do somersaults in the middle of the air, and of course, you know, I was breastfeeding, so I was a little top-heavy in that somersault. But it was fun. I was quite impressed with our action skills, frankly.
All right.
I think there should be, the three of us should do an action movie.
I definitely think... I think you could do anything you want, really. Action movie, whatever, of course. My second one is for Laurel, and isn't it funny when you can talk about your friends when you are not there? So if you can tell us a couple of words about Alicia, for instance, how she is. Just define Alicia in a couple of words, brief sentence.
I don't think you could define Leisha in just a couple of words. You know what? She's kind of a renaissance woman. Because I've never met anyone that is so good at so many things. She's like an amazing artist. She's a brilliant singer. She's a brilliant songwriter. She's this amazing musician, and she's this.
And she's a carpenter.
Yeah. I mean.
Oh, I had to say the word. And you would know. And that was not code.
And she's just...
She's also a really good friend. You know, she's
She
somebody
is a
who's
really good friend.
Except for she's not great at calling back, but she's... when she
She's
does...
too busy. She's so busy. I think... One thing that I love about Leisha, and I've seen it even before the L Word, she did a film called All Over Me, and it was the same producer of Two Girls in Love, and she was so real and so charismatic on screen, and I think that you really see that in our show. And I remember when I saw her at the test, I walked into the bathroom and I was putting some product on my hair, and she came in and stood beside me, and I was like, oh my God, I hope she's not reading for Tina. I'm fucked. I'm never gonna get it. And she was reading for Alice, and she smiled at me so warm and so great in that moment, a real nerve-wracking moment, and that's who Leisha Haley is. Very giving, very warm.
And
just
she's so much
great.
fun to watch work, too. Sometimes we sit at the Planet and Laurel and I are just watching her because she
We watch her.
changes everything
Yeah.
every take, and she just enjoys it. And
You
it's
can
just-
give Leisha Haley a 3-page monologue, and she can do it 10 minutes later.
It's true.
More
We've seen it.
interesting than it ever was on paper.
She's always finding little things, little moments, all those little moments. It's all her work, all those little things that she's doing in the background or whatever. She's always coming up with stuff. She's amazing.
So watch the spin-off. She's going to be great.
Yeah.
All right. A very quick one for Rachel, and it's about Helena. Do you think she will ever get a real job?
Watch 6th season.
Okay. All right, and finally, if I can abuse the system, how much improvisation is there when you get to shoot the sexy scenes, about the dialogues? How much do you make it up, or how much is scripted?
Well, we all have say in, I'm presuming that we all have say in how the sex scenes are choreographed. And, Eileen, to her detriment, I think, has really kept an open door policy in terms of changing dialogue. You can go to her with suggestions. It doesn't mean that she's going to take everything to heart, but the sheer fact that she listens to all of us, and some ideas are crazier than others, is a testament to her self-confidence, really.
Muchas gracias, os queremos mucho. We love you.
Gracias. Gracias. I just want to say one thing about the sex scenes. You can always tell when Eileen was really happy with the sex scene because, either if she watched the dailies a couple days later, or maybe I don't know how long after, but she would come to set with this really big smile on her face when she sees you, and she'll just be like, "That was a really beautiful scene."
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Hi, it's Bet Rocks. Me and my friends were wondering, in season 5, Bet was cooking dinner and noodles when Tina came in, and then you went off to the bedroom. What happened to the
What
noodles?
happened to... We asked this question. I think clearly Bet had to throw that pot out.
Yeah. Did the fire alarms go off? Did the smoke alarms go off? Because they must have burnt.
I think the smoke alarms went on for a different reason.
Okay, well, I just want to say to Laurel, thank you very much, because without you, we know none of these conventions would have gone on. So thank you very much.
Yeah.
No, I think you have it backwards, because without you, none of these conventions would have gone on. So thank you. Thank all of you.
Without you, the show wouldn't have gone on. That was a really clear message to Bob Greenblatt. That was for sure.
Hello. I have 2 questions. The first is for Jennifer. There have been some emotional scenes that have had very little dialogue or no dialogue at all, and the viewer has been left to come up with their own interpretation of what's going on in the scene or what the character is feeling. And there's one scene in particular I was wondering about. I was wondering if you could share with us what Bet was feeling in the scene where she pushes Jody onto the bed and she doesn't let Jody touch her. And of course we know what happens after that, but we don't know why she's crying, what emotion she's feeling.
I think she felt ashamed for what she was doing, because she knew what she was doing was wrong, and she felt confused because she loved this person, but that person wasn't home. And then there's a sense of anger as to why aren't you the person that I wanted you to be and that I needed you to be for me to get over this other situation. And yeah, I think you can start from there and extrapolate.
Thank you. The second question is... Second question is for all three of you. Now that you've had a flavor of lengthy series television, would you do it again or just move on to film?
I really like series television. But I've been spoiled, so I don't know. I certainly wouldn't like 6 years of a show that I didn't believe in. But I think if I had a wonderful character to play and I was surrounded by the kinds of people that I was surrounded by on the show, then I think series television is really interesting because you can keep pulling back layers from a character in a way that you can't really in film just because of time. You know, it's like a short story compared to a novel. But I think for me it's mostly important to follow the story and pay attention to the people with whom I would be working.
I got a lot from doing, this was my first series, and I got a lot from doing it, and I think every season it becomes, like you say, you have more layers, it becomes more real because you're not just talking about a relationship that, in a film where you talk about a relationship you had previously, it's something that you've had to create for yourself. And on a show, you actually acted those scenes out, so your history becomes more and more real and, like you say, just layered. It was there, it was. 2 years ago you did this, and you know, a year before that you were doing something else, and so it just builds up, and it actually becomes more and more rewarding. And obviously working with a crew for a long period of time, it just becomes more and more rewarding. There are also there are some downsides to it because obviously sometimes when you work with people for a long time, their problems arise as well. But for the most part, it's very rewarding, I think. And I think, personally, I think we've all been very lucky to be involved in a show that's run for 6 years, because not many do now. And as you said, that was a worthy show, something that you believe in and something that can generate situations like this. It's not just entertainment and take your money and go. It's got so much else going on for it, and that makes it that much more rewarding.
And I feel the same. I do feel like we've been a bit spoiled. I'm a little more partial to cable television and having that freedom to really explore relationships and character in a different kind of way. I do think, just being in the business for a long time, I don't know if Jennifer feels this way, but television's changed a lot, and it's changed for women a lot. And I just remember just first getting out there when I was actually still playing teenagers and just never really relating to anything that was on television, and not responding to it when I read the script. We have this amazing thing where we get mostly feature directors, almost all feature directors, and that I think is this exceptional thing because each episode's like a mini movie, and you don't always get that on mainstream television. You just get people that want to come in and direct and traffic cop their way through it, and I think it's hard to know sometimes when you're reading scripts what's going to be good, you know, and you just cross your fingers. And I think it's been amazing to do an arc for a character over so many years. And the thing that happens is you go back to your life, and then 6 months passes, and then you go back and then you're doing the character again. And for me, there were a lot of interesting things that happened to Laurel that happened to Tina, like having a baby. And we're going to have an adoption storyline. So I've never had a job where there was so much just emotional closeness from character to my own life. There was actually a phone call where Rose Trochet one time said, "I promise you, we're not poaching your life." And that is a great gift as an actor. It's just really a great gift. So,
Thank you. We love you.
Hey. How you doing? Yeah, this first question is for Jennifer and Laurel. We saw the separate grieving in season 1, but I was just wondering if Bet and Tina ever together grieved the loss of their son, because we didn't really see that, and I thought that was kind of crappy. He's just forgotten. He didn't even have a name.
Well, you'd have to presume that they grieved together. You know, there's so many things that aren't shown on the screen and are things that we have to make up to fill in the gaps, but there's just...
And some people don't name their children until later, so I don't even know if they were that far, you know, there. And I think what happens in those situations sometimes is you have to just pick up and move forward and try again, and all the hope hopefully heals some of the grief because you move into the future and move forward, which they did.
That's good. Okay, that was kind of depressing, so we're going to do something different. Yeah, Jennifer, I don't know if you know what a Rickroll is, but I was just wondering if you ever saw the Rickroll on YouTube with Barack Obama.
I don't know what a Rickroll is.
You get sent a link thinking it's one thing, but you click it and it's YouTube and it's Rick Astley's never going to give you up.
No, I didn't get one of those.
Okay, just look
Thank
it
God.
up. You'll laugh.
Okay.
Because it totally makes fun of McCain. But, and now this last question is for all three of you. If you had the capacity to work together again in the future, what would you like to do? It can be different answers.
I just think we should all be cowgirls. And it would be kind of a Brokeback Mountain sort of thing. And I would be a champion barrel racer. That's my fantasy.
Do you want to wear the cowgirl hat?
For a while, I think
Okay.
I should.
All right.
Woohoo! I kept begging Eileen, telling her I wanted to go riding, but she said no.
I like the little Charlie's Angels thing that we had going between us. Don't you think?
I know, but I had to be Charlie. I
know, but you could so be. I mean, we could be angels.
I'm gonna stick with my partner. I'm a fan of the cowgirl. And
well, it looks like you two are doing something together.
I've
then.
already got the accent, and I know that she can ride a horse, and I can ride a horse. But this Brit might be showing her hunt pony.
I'll have a donkey up and down the beach, wearing the hat on the donkey. That's Brit style, isn't it?
All right, thanks for coming.
Sure, our pleasure.
Hi. My name is Sunmin, and I'm from Seoul, Korea. I translate the L word for Koreans who don't speak English over there. And I want you to know that you have a huge fan base in Korea, because it's not only the people in small town in the middle of nowhere who don't have the access to the community, but often lesbian in big cities and other parts of the world have limited access. And the L word had impacted us in so many levels who live in such a closeted society. So I want to thank all of you, everyone who's involved in the L word, yeah, for giving us such a wonderful gift.
You're welcome.
Yes, I'm very nervous, so I'm kind of reading off of my question here. Yeah, the show has encouraged more lesbians to come out and to form communities in Korea. And the show had also shown the people like us existed to the straight people who didn't even know the word lesbian before the show aired in Korea. So thank you very, very much. And my question is, I know some of you travel around the world to promote the show. And some of you have actually came across the Pacific Ocean, but none of you have actually made it to Korea. And I was wondering if any of you have any plans to make more trips to promote the show and maybe possibly come to Korea.
I think all of it just takes somebody to ask and coordinate a press trip. I went to Tokyo. Is this funny that I'm wearing this hat and just... I went to Tokyo. I think I should have a very serious conversation. I went to Tokyo to promote the show, but they had organized a press tour, and so it was for the release of a DVD. So if it's organized in that way, I'm sure a lot of the cast would come. And it was amazing being in Tokyo, which is traditionally an incredibly homophobic. Japan is traditionally a pretty homophobic country, even though there's all kinds of traditions in the theater that would suggest otherwise. In Tokyo, as far as I saw, there were only 2 gay bars, and one was about half the size of the stage. But the DVD sales went through the roof. So it tells you that a lot of people are being pretty quiet about what they're really interested in. So for me, I would be happy to go anywhere to promote the show that would be in some way helpful to the culture. Okay. And if you have any barrels I could rice, that would be helpful too.
Thank you. Would you guys be coming to the party tonight?
I think we're there for a little dance.
Rachel's going to be dancing on the bar. And I'm not joking. I'm not joking.
I feel like I should be like...
She wanted to wear her chaps, but I said no. Nobody wants to see you in your chaps, Laurel.
What, do you? My ass? My assless chaps. My assless chaps. I got them from Gay Pride. One of the boys.
Thank you very much. We love you.
Thank you.
Hi Jennifer, Rachel and Laurel. My name's Sue from Devon, and I have got a question, but first I would just like to say... Okay. I'd just like to say a big thank you to all of you because you are such good role models and representatives for the gay community. So thank you. My question is that I'm a bit of a romantic and I've been married 8 weeks now to my partner of 15 years. And I'm hoping that the R Word is not going to finish without Bet and Tina getting married. So please tell me it will. Have you got an answer on that one?
Oh, they're being all coy.
I think it's got to be done.
I think you should take that up with Eileen Chaikin. Yeah. I think she certainly really does listen to all the posts and all the comments and really does take them to heart.
I'm not sure about that one.
Maybe there'll be L Word, the movie.
Yes.
The wedding. No. We don't know what's going to happen. I don't know.
We'll keep our fingers crossed then, or I will, anyway. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello. Thank you all for coming. This is only my second convention, but it's been great. My question's actually for Jennifer. If my facts are correct, you've completed a triathlon? Yes, no? Yes, all right. And I was, yeah. It was kind of a 3-part question, or 2, yeah. The first, I was just kind of wondering how well you did, because I just read it in a little blip, and I was like, oh. And the second was if you had any suggestions as far as training, because I'm about to start. And then the third was, what is your motivation if you ever got to that point where you're like, oh, I can't go on? What kept you going?
You're going to have to remind me of the 3 parts because I have such a bad
Yeah,
memory.
sorry.
But so I'll go backwards. The motivation to keep going, to keep training. Well, let's think. The way I set it up was that I had to train. It's like train or perish. I had done 2 sprint triathlons, which are about half the distance, if not a little bit less. And the swim kicked my ass both times. And I thought, okay, I'm going to be swimming a mile. I can't be panicking. I can't be suffering because I could be drowning. So that's not a good outcome because you don't finish.
Yes.
But the way I set it up, which I think could be helpful to you, is I set it up as a charity event. So that way you have to go. You have to do it. And that means you have to get up in the morning and go train because you don't want to let all these people down. And I think the best way to do it is that it's not about you anymore, that it's about somebody else. And you do it for somebody else. Because that's the only way for me to get up at 5:30 in the morning and, do open water swimming. Even though I really like it, the bed is awfully nice and warm and very seductive. What were the other parts? The training.
Yeah.
There are lots of different programs online that you can look up, and you just, you can put in your fitness level, and then they give you a schedule. And I just would suggest, sorry to bore everybody else, but I guess
sorry for asking the question.
No, I could talk about it all day. I sacrificed my blow dry so I could go swimming this morning. I was like, swimming or the blow dry? I think I'll take swimming, just to practice technique this morning. So, but I think the tricky thing is really not to overtrain, which is what's so tempting to do. But really, good luck, and it's so much fun. It's incredibly addicting. It's really, really, really fun.
That's it. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
Hi, I'm Christina, and I'm from Bulgaria. Excuse my English. I'm real carpenter and plumber. So, Jenny Rach, I love you, but Laurel, I absolutely adore you.
This coming from a carpenter.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
The carpenter's revenge.
And my girlfriend hates you.
What'd I do to her?
I spent every day 2 hours watching 5th season instead of making sex with her.
What did she say?
I think fifth season was supposed to make you make more sex with her.
Yeah, that's at the nighttime. But to be in this job, you have to have something very nice to feel. So it's you. No, actually,
This is like turning into sex therapy or something.
No, really, you
Couples
you made
counseling.
me better partner because my girlfriend was absolutely heterosexual before we met. Now she claims that she's bisexual, but she's only with me.
But if you're not having sex with her, she's not going to stay with you, and then... If you're not having sex with her, is she gay? I don't know.
No, really, I want to thank you.
She's like Marina.
No, you made me realize how hard it is for a bisexual woman to be in such a fidelity, and it made me respect her more, you know? Yeah, you're...
Are you saying it helped you understand bisexuality?
Yeah.
And it therefore helped you understand your partner and where she came from?
And to respect her more, that she is only with me.
Yeah.
But you did that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of people come up to me and say that being from their experience, sometimes being bisexual, they felt like gave them a bad rap, and they were rarely understood. And so although it was hard to sort of take Tina through the journey, I do think it was really important, and Eileen told me why it was important. And if you look at Tina's history, she had only been with men before Bet. Bet flipped her. And I think that Tina has always had healthy relationships with men, maybe not as dynamic. But I think it was a hard story to tell when we told it, but I think it was an important story. And now I realize it was a really important story.
Yeah, actually, I think Tina did some mistakes to get Bet into cheating. Yeah, you have to talk a lot more. I'm spending 3.5 hours at night just talking. And I'm working for 16 hours a day, you know. Now
Maybe you should
Dan
talk to Dan Foxworthy.
Okay, now my
Or just
question.
get locked in an elevator.
Yeah, yeah. I tried that. Actually, we are 14 years together, and we have 15 years old kid. Yeah.
Wow, that's fantastic. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. The questions. I know that you kissed Angelina Jolie once.
I did a long time ago.
Yeah. Who is a better kisser, Jennifer or Angelina?
What do you think?
You
Jennifer
won't hurt me.
Beals.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Do you even have to ask?
No, I needed your opinion. Jennifer, do you have now, as Jennifer Beals playing Bet Porter, do you have any answers why that happened?
Why Laurel kissed Angelina Jolie?
No.
I was just trying to get a part. It was an audition.
No. Remember when the character in Jenny's movie asked you about your whys, why you cheated with the plumber? Do you have any answers about that?
So the question is, do I, as Bet, have an answer as to why Bet cheated with the carpenter?
Yeah.
Because she was hot?
That's not enough. That's not enough.
These are the answers they love. Come on, they love these answers.
Is this boring in prison?
Okay, thank you. Rachel, in Bulgaria, we have a huge studio for actions. Yeah, new image. You could come and play actions.
I'll come do it one day.
Thank you, girls.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, it's Mary from New York. Jennifer, I have a couple little parts, but they're quick answers. Did Bet ever see the sculpture that Jody was making?
See, you guys know the show so much better than I do. I'm going, what is she talking about? Like, what sculpture? Rachel, help me. The sculpture
I was on an
that
island.
she
I
was
don't know
ever-
what you were doing.
What?
That was supposed to be shown at the Hammer that night instead of the lovers' scorn pictures that we saw. That wasn't supposed to be the sculpture, was it? The pictures?
I don't think so. I think she
Right.
changed the piece because I would have seen it. So I'm sure wasn't it.
No. I think it was. I think it was a surprise that you'd never seen it. I watched that episode.
No, but we were at the dinner
Great.
party. This is based on the dinner party with people going up
Right, they
to go
went up
look
to
at
see
it.
it, correct.
Right. Yeah, I think it's a different piece.
Well,
I mean, you can work on things simultaneously, so I don't think it was that piece because there weren't that many sculptural elements to the piece that you created. It was more a multimedia piece,
But it was on
and
the
that was
roof,
much
so it was-
too
it was
large
big.
to,
Right.
the roof is big, but it's
Right.
not that big. And I think it wasn't until the damage had been done that she had created that piece. I'm sure she scrapped that thing that was on the roof and started again with something more damaging.
You know
And
what?
you just think she's hot.
She's hot. I thought that's really funny because I watched it and I always thought that was what she was putting together as a kind of tribute to Bet of how much she. I didn't realize that it was. I thought she was doing it with full honesty and love, like she adores Bet and the whole pictures were all meant to be adoring, and that the thing was that then when it all went wrong, it became ironic and it became.
But how would she have set up the media stuff up on the roof?
It's television. I don't know. I don't know, actually. That's how I watched it. I don't know.
This is
So you
why
could
they could
interpret
never
it
be in
into
a
it.
relationship. They could never, ever be in a relationship.
Or maybe just for a really incredible week, and then we'd fight.
Okay, Laurel, and the second part of the question, the night that that Bet came home, what was going through Tina's mind when you were holding her in the bed and caressing her because she was very upset at what happened at the Hammer? Your body looked so rigid, and one hand was caressing her, and the other hand you had a fist. Because we watched it last night, so I know you had a fist.
A fist out of it. Wow.
I don't know,
You
but it
guys
was
see
hot.
things I don't even know. Like, I don't know what.
Did you want to just bitch slap her or what?
Bet?
Jody. No, Jody.
No, it's like when someone you love is in pain and you have to be there to comfort them. The fist could have been that the pillow was not adjusted right and I was trying to hold the position for the camera that
it was
looked
right
the
here.
prettiest. I mean, it really could have been like sometimes you get in these positions that look so great on the monitor and they're like, wait, Bob, our DP, who's amazing and makes everything look beautiful, and you know that when he tells you that looks beautiful, you kind of like lock your body. You're like, that's pretty? Okay, I'll stop there, and then you realize you can't hold it for like another 30 minutes. So to be honest, I don't know anything about the thing. I don't think Tina's that mad at Jody. I think she's more concerned with Bet's pain. I think Tina had some guilt about what happened with Jody, but I still think she wanted Bet back.
Thank you, and thank you for telling Jennifer that if she makes a convention, she would be amongst friends and family. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Annie from Florida. First off, I wanted to say, Laurel, I thought that was an incredibly brave thing for you to do the scenes that you did while pregnant. I think we've never seen anything like that on TV, and I think that you were just amazing. And I have to say, I've never been attracted to a pregnant woman before, but you kind of changed that I'll tell you. On a personal note, I think you guys have just an incredible amount of talent, and I think it's extremely underrated. And I don't know if it's because of the show that is out there, but I think that a lot of people really have undetermined how talented you guys really are. And personally, I like to thank you all for overcoming whatever phobias or anything you have, and giving of yourself to everyone here that appreciates and loves you. And thank you for sharing with us.
Uh-oh. Try again. Is it working now? Oh. So, hi again, my name is Simone. Before I pose my question, let me thank you for the three of you, for your commitment and dedication to the show and beyond. I think that's very amazing, and I think it does a lot to us, as you've realized here. My question is primarily directed at Laurel, but of course I'm quite eager to hear everybody else's opinion too. Will we learn a little bit more about Tina's family background in season 6? And if not, what do you think it is? Because Tina seems to be an orphan. She comes from nowhere. Anybody else has a family on the L Word, but you don't. What could it look like?
I feel like Tina came from the planet Pluto and just landed in amongst all of these people. No, you will find out about Tina's family. You'll have to kind of wait towards the end of 6th season.
At the wedding.
The wedding? No. I had a history mapped out for myself, and it was kind of given to me as early as shooting the pilot, and I kind of waited for any of it to be exposed. And then I just think we're in an ensemble, we have a lot of characters, there's a lot of things to sort of work out, and I did want that story, or her backstory, or her family story, to come up sooner, especially because we have a child together. And but that's how it unfolded. And but it'll make a lot of sense when you see it and you hear her backstory.
Thanks.
Hi. Rachel, yesterday I asked you whether you were getting a Kiss Me Quick hat. Is that it? Yeah. And it says Kiss Me Quick?
It says Kiss Me Quick.
I told you.
Now I need to move on, because otherwise I'll be sleeping on the couch tonight. Laurel, I just want to thank you for always making an effort to come to these conventions. I know you say it's us as well, but really you are mainly here a lot, and I want to thank you for that.
Thank you.
And lastly, in a parallel universe, you'd all be gay. And I just wondered, who would your wife be? Now, you can't pick me because I'd be so straight in a parallel universe. Laurel, Angelina Jolie?
Oh, would I pick Angelina Jolie?
As your wife in a parallel universe?
You know what? I would have picked Angelina Jolie, but now I'd pick Tina Fey.
I think I would pick Kelly Lynch, and I'd make her dress up as Ivan sometimes.
I'm totally having a crush on Beyonce at the moment. I don't know why. Woo! Apart from the fact she's stunning. I think she's doing loads of press, and I just see her everywhere, and I'm like, ooh.
Okay, thank you.
Just having a little chat between ourselves. Hold on.
Are you next?
No, don't worry.
Are you next?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey. Hi, girls. You are all of you exquisite, wonderful, fabulous women. Laurel and Rachel, I hope you don't mind if I talk to Jennifer now. Sorry. Hi, Jenny. Yesterday, I didn't have even a chance to say you hello. But in one way, I'm glad that I can talk to you today because you seem a little more relaxed. As you can see, we're not so frightening, eh?
Well, I've got these two. This
Right.
is like, they should have their own cable show.
Good. I may read sometime my script because It's not because I don't remember what I have to say. I don't remember English. So I'm not American, and I'm not English. I'm a mixer between. Kind of Nanni Moretti style. I don't know if you ring any bell to you. Nanni Moretti is a great fan of you, so do I.
Nanni Moretti is an Italian director. That's what that I worked with. That's what she said.
So,
not just some guy that was like at the hotel lobby.
Yeah. I want just to tell you to take again the opportunities. Never too much to say again and again. They already said many times, and they will say again after me how much we love you and how proud we are of you. You are. I cherish your sensitivity, your kindness, your courage, your honesty, and your integrity. Why are they laughing?
I don't know. I guess it's funny.
There's nothing to laugh. I'm serious. I said something serious. They don't must be serious, probably. So I want just to say, we really need people like you, in this world. And I'm very surprised why, how you still exist as people like you, because in a brutal environment where you live, I think it's very difficult to be so honest. Why are they laughing? Am I so funny? Okay. Okay, question time.
Oh, they wanted a question. By the way, I just have to say thank you for your comments.
They could have told me before.
They were being polite. See, that's the polite thing I'm talking about. You can just go, question!
Okay, now that the show is coming to an end, how much did you learn from the L word experience? How much did you get, how much did it change you as a human being? And secondly, do you think is there any possibility to save or to rescue the show in the future? I have even two curiosity, but anyway. Sure.
There's no possibility of rescuing the show, but there is a possibility to have a movie. And if people are vocal about wanting to have a movie and they conduct that energy to the appropriate place, then you will have a movie. That's just the reality of the marketplace. It's just numbers, right? The other part, oh yes.
How to change your life?
Yeah, completely. My life has completely changed by my experience in the show. There was so many things that I was completely aware of. There were so many things that I was completely unaware of. I was so unaware that a whole large group of fabulous, incredible people were being forced to be apologetic about being human. And that was really disgusting to me. And I had no idea. I was not political at all. I was not a political person at all before the show. And I think the only reason that I have become political to a certain degree is because I'm so disgusted with the way hatred is codified within legislation and within the culture. And I think the only way to change that is through the collective. And there were just so many things I didn't know anything about. And to me, the idea of not being able to have same-sex marriage is so odd. Because I know that I don't have any tissue this time.
Come on, she doesn't do anything.
Thank you. I know that it wasn't that long ago that my existence would have been illegal.
Oh, jeez.
You know, I called my husband and I said, this is an incredible experience. It's like the cheapest therapy I've ever had. But I think that for me, I think this will help. I think that for me, because I've always identified, isn't this funny? This is good, right? Because I've always identified as other, and I had an instant connection to this community that is so often categorized as other. And growing up, I never felt apologetic for who I was, but the more that I heard stories, God, this is working so well. Just seeing the feathers right here, it's just making me feel so good. I want to do a musical now. You know, just receiving so many letters where people were afraid to come out, or from younger viewers who didn't think that they would be able to make it through without killing themselves because they didn't know who to talk to or who to turn to, and then coming to the realization that they did have access to a larger community was just incredibly, incredibly satisfying for me. And I feel so, feathers? I feel so gay. That was funny. I feel so proud of us for what we've created, and I feel so proud of the community for supporting one another, and I know that we can support one another in even more ways, and it can only get better if we allow it to. Did that make any sense? Because I'm just so distracted by the... my life was changed because I didn't know what a dental dam was. I didn't know what a dental dam was. I didn't know what a Twinkie was. I didn't know, it's like, how do you do that? I don't know. So, but anyway, that was the really long answer. I think I can take the hat off now. I think it's safe.
How did it change your life?
The happy hat.
Pardon me?
How did it change your life?
Actually, someone asked me yesterday the same question, how did it change my life? And I think I said it's changed my life enormously on so many levels. On a personal level, it changes everything about my existence. Apart from just moving to Vancouver and that whole, it's a completely different way of living half your life on the other side of the world. And I said the same, that it politicized me in a way. And you learn a lot. I met the most amazing women, especially in LA, where I had spent quite a lot of time and always felt like it was a bit of a bubble place, LA. I never felt like anyone especially the women, it's kind of just as you expect. It's very glossy and all about, facile things. And then doing the L word, I was introduced to so many women who are so thinking and political and educated and smart and sharp and funny, and most of them were gay women, and they were like no other women I'd met in LA, to be honest. And that was a huge thing for me. That was amazing. I mean, it changed in so many ways. It changes your life on so many levels, and I don't know. It's been an amazing, amazing experience, definitely. I'm only jealous that I wasn't there at the beginning, because I feel like these girls who started at the very beginning and took that step to be on a show that had never been done before. I came in when it was established and it was already, I just kind of came in when the cream was already at the top, and these girls set it up at the beginning, and I'm a bit jealous, but always really admired them for that, I think. And you?
For me, it was very significant in that, well, there's so many ways it changed my life, but in a more simple form, from the time I was about 15 until before the L word, I think I've moved 200 times. I lived in New York, I lived in Chicago, I just moved around, or I was living in a hotel in Timbuktu doing a low-budget movie. And as soon as we shot the pilot, I bought my first house, and that wasn't a huge thing to slow down and stay still and stay in one place. And prior to the L word, I also didn't have a relationship for 7 years. So right when the L word started, it just had this really profound change in my life that was incredibly settling. And for the first time, I wasn't doing a film where I had a family for 3 months and then I had to get up and leave. I had a family for 6 years. And I've just moved around so much that it's just been the most amazing thing. And there was a lot of happiness in working during those early years, but there was a lot of loneliness. And I think actors tend to have very transient type of lives. And it coincided with starting my own family. So it was just a really great ride. And it just has given me a lot of security and, emotional security and a lot of confidence. And to be here, God, this hat just makes you want to giggle. To be here now and then share that with you is, I don't know, was just a beautiful thing. I think.
Okay, so Rachel will have to be the lovely assistant. Yes. This is great. So Jennifer maybe you can tell us what they are.
Okay. Well, I'll open.
We'll go one by one. We have a few different things here to auction off for various charities. Various charities? Yeah. We're gonna work this out as we go along. All right, great. This hat is ridiculous. Okay. This is beautiful. Okay, so, yes. Let me tell you a little bit about this photography. It's done by a very, I don't know if you know. I don't know if you've ever heard of this photographer, but her name is Miss Jennifer Beals. And she does a little, she just plays around with her camera. She's an amazing photographer, okay? Yes, she is. And here, and this is a picture of, oh
Kate.
My gosh, this
It's
is fantastic.
Kate.
Can you zoom in? Okay, this is Kate, looking very sassy. This is such a great photo.
She's looking very Shane today.
She's looking very Shane today. Yes, and she's not wearing a bra. So stand very still. Maybe they can see this. Yes. So it's Kate standing. This is on the stage as you're looking outside at what looks to be the catering truck.
Well, it's that ramp. There was a ramp that we would go up from the outside into the area where the studio was, and it was this ramp that you walked up every time you did a scene, either in Bet and Tina's house or Shane's house or Bet's office. There was a whole lot of different sets on that section. So it was like sometimes when you had prepared for a scene, you were just you were walking up the ramp. It was like being on a team and going onto the playing field.
I love it. Okay, so now before so you know, these will probably be in a museum at some time because this is the level of photography we're talking about, and they will all become even more expensive and worth money than they are right now. So let's start the bidding at. Oh, I'm gonna keep 100. Okay, we do it one by one. I think yeah, sure. Should we do it? I love it. It's all right. Let's start the bidding at $100. We're working in dollars, not pounds, right? Should we say pounds? We're in England.
You're in England, Janina.
Sorry, we're a bunch of Americans.
Should we start? 100 pounds.
100 pounds, right there. Okay, can I have 120? Anyone? 120. Yes, any takers? Any takers? Right there, 120, right here. Can I have 140? 140, anybody? 140 right there. Can I have 160? 160 pounds, anybody? Right there in the back, standing up right there. Is there 180? Can I get 180? Oh, right there in the back, 180 pounds. Can I have 200? Do I hear 200? Oh, right here in the front, Svetlana in the front. 220, can I have 220? Anyone right there? 220 in the blonde, standing up right there. 240, can I have 240, anybody? 240, stand right there. She's got it right there. This is a great picture of Kate with no bra. Can I have 260? 260, anybody? 260, anybody? Do I hear 260? Anyway, yes, right there in the back, 260. Now, can I hear 280? 280, anybody? 280, give me 280. Anybody right here? If you up, 280 right there. Can I hear 300 pounds? 300 pounds, anybody? 300 standing up. She's still there. You guys, this is a contender. She's a contender. 320, anybody? 320. Can I hear 320? Is that 320? Oh, yes, 320. Can I hear 340? She's still waving her hand. 340. Can I hear 360? Anyone? 360. Oh, it's like the other size of the. It's fantastic. 360, can I hear 380? 380, she's right there, 380. Can you do 400? 400 right there, yes, 400, 420? 420, 420, here we go. 440, 440, go here, 440, yes. 460, 460, yes, 460 pounds, here we go. This is great. Okay, 480. We got 480 right there. Can I hear 500? $500, 500 pounds, anybody? 500 right there, 520, 520, 540, 540, 560. 580, 600, 620, 640,
Up a big chunk.
All right, that's a good idea. Thank you, Rachel. Jeez, I've never done this before. Could you tell? Can I hear 700? Yes, 700. Oh, 7. Okay, 750. Oh, okay, 700. 700 right there. 700, 720. Can I hear 720? 720. Okay, so
now,
you
there
got
are only two of these in the world. There's 2 of these in the world, and I was maybe going to give the other one to Kate, but now I'm not so sure. So how high are we up? I don't know, we're at 700 right now.
If you, will you both do 700? You both get one. There you go.
Oh, wait.
750.
Wait, Svetlana has gone crazy
wait,
in the front.
750. What is this? 750. Okay, wait. I didn't do the going once, going twice.
Svetlana.
750.
There's going to be another picture of Kate. You have time to make it up to her. See, because Svetlana comes to a lot of the events, and Kate feels like she doesn't like her because whenever she sees her, she just asks about Bet and Tina. So she was going to show her love for Kate, but there's another picture of her. You like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. What? It's sassy.
It's sassy.
What do you think we should do?
Wait. Let me let you know, let everybody know, maybe we should show them all. Because after this one, because there are some very sexy photos all taken by Ms. Beals.
I think these two people
I think these two get 700.
Right,
going once, going twice, done.
Yeah.
Woo! Okay.
Okay, and I will sign them too. So
yes, and these are signed.
So at the autograph session,
this is good. This is good.
So the charities so far are for the Matthew Shepard Foundation and for Mia Kirshner's foundation, which is called I Live Here. One of the next items that we have is Mia's book that she spent 7 years working on, traveling all around the world, interviewing refugees all over the world, and using their journal entries along with her own and different illustrations. It's just an amazing book, and it's a complete passion project. And through the I Live Here Foundation, they also support Amnesty International. So we have the book, which is signed by Miss Mia Kirshner, genius extraordinaire. And I also have a portrait that I took of Mia in her trailer.
It's beautiful.
With short hair.
The very short amount of time that you had the short hair, too.
On a separate note, the winners of the last picture, can you guys come up? So if you do have the winning bid, can you come up here, right to these two people right here? So they can get all your information.
Okay, here's the...
And congratulations to you both. That is huge.
And for the Jenny fans,
give them a big round of applause.
You're awesome.
This is short hair, Jenny.
Short
I
hair
don't know if
Jenny.
you can see it, but it's after Jenny cut her hair off. Shane cut her hair off.
And behold, no bra. But that's not unusual for Jenny.
So do you want to start? Yes, sure. Okay, so. Okay, cool. So you've now seen the photograph, and you remember this moment when when Jenny cut her hair off, and it was fantastic. It was a huge, big part of the show. Rachel, show it off. Do it. Do the thing. Do the thing. These beautiful ladies. Okay, shall we start at 50 pounds? Can I hear 50 pounds? Anybody 50 pounds? Right there, we got 50 pounds. Can I have 75 pounds? Anyone said right there, 75. Can I have 100 pounds? 100 pounds, anybody right there? Was that you in a magazine? Hold up your hand really quickly. 100 pounds. 125 pounds, anyone? 125, 125. Right there, 125 pounds. 150, do I hear 150? Anybody 150? 150 right there, Svetlana. 175, anybody 175? 175 back there with the black shirt. Okay, one over here. 200, can I hear 200 right there? 225, anybody? 225, she's standing in the front. 250, anybody? 250 in the purple shirt. 275, anybody? 275 pounds, can I hear 275? Can I hear 300 pounds? Anybody 300? Here we go. 300 right there. 325. Woo! 325. Ooh, 325. Everybody, can I hear 325 right there? 325. 350. Can I hear 350? Anybody? 350 in the front. What are we at? 375. Anybody? 375. Can I hear 400 pounds? 400 pounds with the purple shirt. She's back. 425. Anybody? 425 right here. 450. Anyone? 450. Anyone? Can I hear 450? Anyone? 450. That's right. I see you. 475, anybody? 475 pounds, 475. Can I hear 475? Anybody? Svetlana, you're going to lose it. 475. I understand. 475, anybody? 475. Can I hear 475? That's right. 475. 500 pounds, anybody? 500 in the front. 525. 525, anybody? 525 right there. 550. Can I hear 550? 550, anybody? 555. I see you. Yes. 575. Anybody? 575. Do I see it? 575 in the purple shirt. 600 pounds, anybody? 600 pounds, 600 pounds, that's right, 600, ooh, 670, 625, yes, 625, I see you, 625, yes, 625, that's right, 625, 650, anybody? 650 pounds right there, 650 pounds, 650, anyone? 650 in the front. 675, anybody? 675, 650, oh, 675, 800, no wait, 700 pounds. That could have gone badly. 700 pounds, anybody? 700 pounds right there. 725, anybody? 725, 725, 720. 725! 750 in the back! This is amazing! 775, anybody? 775! 800, anybody? 800 in the front! 825, anybody? 825, whoa. 825, yes. 825, 850, 875, 875. 900 pounds, 900, 925 right there, 950. Ooh, 975. 975. It's between both of you. I don't know who I called it to.
Okay, no, those two, we're at 950?
Yes.
With Svetlana? Okay, now I promise, like, I don't have 2 of everything. I swear these are the 2 things that I do have 2 of. So if you guys are both willing to stay at
$9.50.
At $9.50, you can each have one, and I have portraits for both. Mia signed 2 books. Is that okay? Is that cool?
$9.50. Everybody give them a huge round of applause. $9.50. A book and a picture signed by Mia Kirshner herself. To both of you. $9.50.
You have made Mia Kirshner so happy. You have no idea.
This is amazing.
Now,
this is
let's
amazing.
go.
This
is fantastic. I have
this
to
is
say,
really
thank you
fantastic.
so much. The next thing.
This is a huge day. This is really great. It's great.
Mia's
Okay.
going to be so pleased with it's incredible. Okay. And Sean said he would throw in a ticket to the next convention and make sure Pam knows where it's at.
Got it. I think you should. Do you want it? Okay, let's hide.
And then we'll hold you. Then we'll hold you up.
And she says it's her first convention. I don't know. She's doing pretty well, I gotta say.
I'm just mimicking you.
You're silly. Okay, so let us explain what's up for grabs right now. This is a big one, guys. This is the jersey. This is the actual jersey from 404. Modeled by the amazing Miss Jennifer Beals. The
And
front of it
I'm
is
going to try
signed.
and hold Jennifer up.
Yes.
I don't think she'd let me. You're probably the only cast member that could. You're so strong.
So the front of it has been signed in silver permanent marker by all 4 of us here, who are all in the basketball scene that this was worn in.
404.
404. And here is an actual script.
That was my original script.
That
was
Jennifer's actual script.
Some of my notes in it.
Really?
And it will be including my child's sleep schedule, which is terrifying. And you'll see how really different the script is, or can be. Usually the first draft is from the actual episode.
There really are some actor notes in here. This is really fascinating. Okay.
I quite like that.
So
actually.
this has also been signed by, first of all, it has Jennifer's name by the third AD that probably wrote this on here.
Yeah.
Right here. This is what's given to us. And here are all of our signatures that Miss Rachel Shelley will show everyone. As she does.
And
I love
also,
it.
Sean has very generously offered to throw in a ticket to L6.
So that means you can have Ms. Pam Grier
And Rose Rollins.
sign this as well.
And you won't have to buy a badger for it.
Okay. And this is a big one, guys. I think we should, yeah. What?
3,000.
3,000.
3,000 pounds?
3,000
You are awesome.
pounds.
Woo!
All right.
All right, so we're starting.
Here we go. Let's start at 3,000 pounds to the woman in the stripes. 3,000. Do I hear 31? 3,100. Anybody? 3,100. Everybody's like, I'm sorry. I love y'all. But 3,100. Anybody? 3,100. 31. Oh, no. Mr. Alex. Don't start. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? Do I have anyone over the age of 18 that says three? Yeah. No. $3,100. Anybody? 3,100.
Pounds.
Pounds. Going once. I'm sorry, baby, but you're not over 18. I'm sorry, baby.
Sorry.
That's okay.
There's Aunt.
Okay, 3,100. Do I hear 3,200? Anybody? 3,200. Anyone? 3,200. Right there. 3,200. 3,300. Anybody? 3,300. 3,300 pounds. You have to raise your hand because I cannot take under 18. 3,300 right there. 3,400. 34 right there. 3,400. Do we hear 3,500? 35 right there. I need 35. 35. 35 right there. 36 right there. 37. 37. 3,700 and? No. Okay, 37. Okay. 3,600 right there. Going once. Going twice. Sold to the woman in the stripes! Come here! Come on here! Woo!
Wow. That is amazing.
Come here and let me
Thank you
shake
so
your
much.
hands. Come here, madam. Let me shake your hands. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Congratulations and thank you. Wow! There is some love in the house. Some serious love. All right.
I'm getting tingles from all this. It's all like, ooh, it's very exciting.
It is.
Wow. Wow.
So, we've got another Kate picture. Rachel, come stand here and then we'll let them zoom. Now zoom in on the right things. The picture, zoom in on the picture. Do you see this? Okay, good. So this is a picture of Kate. This is from a Vanity Fair shoot. This is them wearing nothing but a little bra. And that really doesn't, it's not like we all run around in our skivvies the whole day, I swear. And she never wears a bra. Actually, she doesn't ever wear a bra. When do you ever see Shane wear a bra, right? Right now. So, and we do not have two of these, okay? There is only one. Again, this was taken by Ms. Jennifer Beals. And we will start the bidding at 100 pounds. Can I hear 100? Anybody 100 for the single? Oh, right there in the front. 125. Anybody 125 right there? 150. Anybody 150 right there? 175. 175. Anybody 175? 175. Anybody 175? 200. 200. Do I hear 200 right here? 225. Anybody 225? 225 for this picture of Ms. Kate. 225. Wait, 225. Wait, 225. 250. 250. Can I hear 250? Put your hands high. Oh, 250, thank you. 275, anybody? 275. 275, anybody? 275. 300, 300, anybody? 300. 3 right there. 325, 325, anybody? 325, 350. 350, anybody? 350. 350 right there. 375, anybody? 375, 375. 375, that's right. Oh, I love it. 375, 400 pounds, anybody? 400 pounds, can I hear 400 pounds? 400. 425, anybody? 425. 425 right there. 450, anybody? 450. Here we go, here we go. 450, 450, raise your hands high. 450. Right there, 450. 475. 475, anybody? 475. Raise your hand high. I can't see you. 475 right there. 475. 500, anybody? 500 pounds right there. 500. 525, anybody? 525. 500, 525 pounds. 525 in the back. 550, anybody? 550 right there. Anybody? 550. 575. 575. 575, anybody? 575, anybody? Raise your hands high. 575. 575. 600, anybody? 600 pounds. 600 right there. 625. 625 in the back. 650. 650, anybody? 650. 650, anybody? 650. Raise your hand high. Raise your hand and then do a little dance because I can't see you. 625, anybody? 625. 625 right there. 650, anybody? 650 right there. 675, anybody? 675. No, you already did 650. 675, anybody? 675, anybody? 675. 675. 675 in the back. 700 pounds, anybody? 700 right there. 700 pounds. 725 right there. 750, anybody? Can I have 750? Anybody here? 750. 750, 750, anybody? 750. 750. Ooh, 750, anybody? 750. 750 pounds. That's right. 750. That's right. 775. Anybody? Can I hear 775? 775. Anybody? 775. Do I hear 775? Raise your hand high. 775. That's right. 800. Anybody? Do I hear 800? Anybody? 800 pounds. 800. 825. Anybody? 825. Well, you can't do it twice. 825, anybody? 825, but it's good to know what your number is. 825. All right, we'll take it at 25. 850, anybody? 850, anybody? 850. 850 in the back. 900. Do I hear 900 right there? 900, yes. 925, anybody? 925. 925 in the back, anybody? 925. Do I hear 925, 925 in the front, 925, 950, 950, 975, anybody 975, anybody 975, that's right, here we go, 975. 1,000 pounds, anybody? 1,000 pounds, 1,000 pounds, right there, 1,000 pounds, 1,025 pounds, anybody? 1,000, I can't even count, this is ridiculous. 1,025 pounds, 1,000, you already did 1,000, so wait. 1,025, anybody? 1,025, anybody? 1,025, anybody? Okay, going once, going twice. Sold to the woman in the front, stand up, everyone's giving me a round of applause. Stand up, stand up. 1,000 pounds! Woo! Come on up, come on up! 1,000 pounds. This is an amazing day. This is amazing. Okay, you guys are gonna lose your minds on this last one. I'm just warning you. If you've held out this long, you were smart because... Go stand up there and just stand. Oh, she should hold it. Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, you should do this. Sorry. I'll take yours. I'll take yours.
Okay, season 2. I just started swimming, starting to feel a little sassy. I had just finished doing a scene with Rachel, and I went back. You'll see, it's a reveal. Wait a second. And, I had a little tan line, and I was getting changed. And I thought, you have to wait, it's a reveal. And I thought, well, maybe I should, since I'm feeling sassy, I should just do a little self-portrait, half naked. So, this is me in my trailer, feeling a little sassy. It's a little arty, just to get over the, half-naked thing. And so it's up for auction.
When else will you ever have Jennifer Beals half-naked in your home?
In your home.
Now is your chance, ladies.
Look at those back muscles. Do you see them? Well, I'm familiar with them.
Shall we start the bidding?
It's an amazing photograph.
It is actually. It's
better
really beautiful.
Go through the roof because.
So not only is she naked, but this is also in her personal trailer, where only a few people have ever ventured. Now you too can venture into her trailer, where she's half naked, just randomly half naked.
There's only one of these.
With some beautiful tan lines.
There's only one, so that means if I see it on the internet, I know who did it.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's right. Here we go. Let's start at 3, 4, 5. Look at Rachel. Someone yell out a price.
Yell out a price.
900.
500. I think that's a good
I'm so sorry.
price.
500 pounds. Here we go. 500, 550. Anybody? 550 right there. 550. Can I hear 600? 600 right there. To the Dutch one. 600. 650. Anybody? 650. Anybody? 650. Do I hear 650 in the front? That's right. 650. 650 equals 70. 700. 700 in the back. 700. 750. Can I hear 750? 750 in the front. 750. 800. 800 pounds. Anybody? 800. 800 right here. 800. 850. Anybody? Can I hear 850? 850. Anybody? 850. 850. 850 right there. 900. 900 pounds. Anybody? 900 right there. 950. Anybody? 950. 950 right there. 1,000. 1,000 pounds anywhere right there. 1,000 for a half-naked Jennifer Beals. No, that's right. 1,050. Anybody can hear 1,050? 1,050 right there. What am I saying? 1,100. Anybody? 1,100 right there. Okay. 1,150. Anybody? 1,150. 1,200. Anybody? 1,200 right there. 1,200. 1,250. Anybody? 1,250. Anybody? 1,250. Can I hear 1,250? Stand up tall if you want 1,250. 1,250 right there. 1,300. Anybody 1,300 pounds right there? 1,300. 1,350. Anybody 1,350? Right there in the back in the light blue. 13. She's like on a cell phone. She's like calling back. Oh, looks like she's on a cell phone. You know how like there's like fancy people who are at auctions?
It's a private investor or something.
Yeah,
private
it's like she's like
collector
calling the money
from
and she's like,
Switzerland.
"Can we do this? Do you want this? Do you want this piece of art?" Yeah. All right. 1,350. So we were at 1,350 right there. 1,400. Anybody 1,400 right there? 1,400. 1,450. Anybody 1,450? Do I hear 415? 450. Okay, 1,450 to the light blue. 1,450 equals 1,500. Anybody 1,500? 1,500 right there. 1,500. 1,550. Anybody 1,550? Do I hear 1,550? Stand up tall. 1,550. 1,550 in the light blue. 1,600. Anybody 1,600 right there. 1,600. 1,650. Do I hear 1,650? 1,650 right there. 1,650. 1,700. Anybody 1,700? 1,700. 1,700 in the light blue. 1,700. 1,750. Anybody 1,750. Do I hear 1,750? 1,750. Anybody 1,750 right there. 1,750. 1,800. She's like, what am I doing? You're gonna have a half-naked Jennifer Beals in your house, and that is what's going on. Focus the energy. Focus. 1,800 right there, 1,800, 1,850, do I hear 1,850, 1,850, in the back to the light blue, 1,850, she's a contender, guys. 1,900, do I hear 1,900, anybody 1,900, give me a 1,900, anybody 1,900, right there in the back! Ooh, showing a little shoulder, what? 1950, do I hear 1950 right there? 1950, 2,000, 2,000, anybody? 2,000 right there. This is a one-of-a-kind, people. 2,000, think about that. 2,050, anybody? 2,050. Do I hear 2,050, anybody? 2,050 right there. 2,100, 2,100, anybody? 2,100. Do I hear 2,100? 2,100, anybody? 2,100. Do I hear 2,100? Going once. Do I hear 2,100? 2,100, there we go! 2,150. 2,150, do I hear 2,150? Anybody? 2,150, 2,150 right there. 2,200, 2,200, anybody? 2,200. Think about it long and hard. 2,200, 2,200, 2,200, anybody? 2,200. Here we go, going once. 2,200. 2,200 right there. 2,250, anybody? 2,250. 2,250, anybody? 2,250. Oh, I love it. 2,250, anybody? 2,250. 2,250 right there. 2,250, that's right. 2,300, anybody? 2,300. 2,300, anybody? 2,300 right there. 2,300, we got it right there. 2,350. 2,350, anybody? 2,350. 2,350, I hear it. 2350, 2350, anybody? 2350. 2350, anybody? 2350, 2350, that's right, going once. Oh, 2350 to Svetlana. 2350, 2350, 2400, anybody? Do I hear 2400? 2400, 2400 right there. 2450, anybody? 2450, do I hear 2450? 2450, 2450 right there. 2500, 2500, do I hear 2500? 2500, 2500 right there. 2550, 2550, do I hear 2550? 2550, 2600, 2600, 2600, do I hear 2600? Anybody? 2600 for Jennifer Beals, half naked in her trailer. 2550, do I hear 2550? Anybody hear 2550? 2550 right there, okay, we got 2550. Do we hear 2600, 2600, 2600, 2550, going once. Do I hear 2600? Sorry, 21, okay. Going once, going twice, sold for 2550. This is amazing, wow. 2550 to this beautiful lady right here, yes. Congratulations. Congratulations. Do you guys feel good about yourselves? Because you absolutely should. Everybody give all of you a huge round of applause. This has been amazing. Wow. You just made a lot of people happy.
One more thing. She was pretty damn good at that, wasn't she?
amazing?
Janina, Rachel, you've got this whole other career going. I don't know
As an
what
auctioneer.
It is. But that
Oh
was
my
great.
gosh.
That
I'm going to go
was
take a
really
little
good.
nap now, okay? I'm just.
She's going to have a huge career, and you will have seen it all start right here.
And she's jet lagged. I think that's pretty damn good. I just want to
Oh my
thank
God.
you guys
No.
so friggin' much. It's just, you're amazing. Thank you so much. And Joe Batch wanted me just to say that Bette Porter wears Levi's. I don't know. And so I think that's the goodie bag. Thank you.
That's it.
I think
But come on.
Oh, wait.
Congratulations and a very, very big thank you to all of you who have bid and the winners. This is
It's
extraordinary.
Really extraordinary, and I thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you later. We love you.
You're the best. You are the friggin' best. Thank you so much.